going on, and this album I'm gonna cover is the Night Studio album by Miley Cyrus called Something Beautiful. Was released back in May of 2025, and again, yeah, very late with this album review because had other things, personal things going on. So I'm glad I've been able to talk about this one because this the Grammy nominations are around, and this was only up for best pop vocal album, and it's a absolute crime that this album did not get the kind of buzz and publicity that it should, because this is an absolute phenomenal album from her. I really love the fact, and also before I even get too much deep into the album and everything and breaking down the lyrics and whatnot, but just my own thoughts about the record. Number one, I really like "End of the World," and I'll get into that song because that's track three, and that's one of my favorites. And "Something Beautiful," the title song, because they go so coordinated, hand in hand together. And also, I really like the fact that we saw Miley, her vocals, her range, and just her overall, like, you know, delivery, it has changed, and her personality and everything, her overall concepts of her records have changed a lot. And the reason why I say that is because it felt like she was going through a lot of vocal lessons, because she don't sound nothing like what she did when she was going through more of that transition phase back when she made her Bangers album, and back when she made, going through the transition phase of her being like Hannah Montana. So this is a totally different experience that I got from this record, and I'm glad that I was able to just sat down and listen to it, really check it out. And it was more of an inspiration that she had done with this record. Went back in 2024, the November edition of the Harper's Bazaar, and then of course when she was announcing this one, and of course a follow up to Endless Summer Vacation that came out a couple years ago, which was also very very culturally warmful than this. This was more just very simplistic, very ambient, very atmospheric. It reminds me a lot more Cher from the '80s, as far as the style and the aesthetic goes, from what I heard and everything. So, and then also the way that she changed her profile picture because she was criticized, at least from what I've heard before she made this record, like, and it's also from a cryptic post, I guess. From that side of the coin, that's where it kind of just felt more like it was more to her beneficiary, to her liking. So anyways, getting to the album and everything after my brief explanation, let's go to my favorite song on the album so far, and the song is Something Beautiful. Oh, oh, Boomy, hey, what's going on? It's an album review for Miley Cyrus, Something Beautiful. But yes, getting back to the record. So I like in the first verse where she goes into it more. Tell me something beautiful, yeah, yeah, tonight until your lips turn blue. I said I don't want to talk about it for too long. Maybe now I think I do. And water to red wine, kissing to kill me, and oh my, yeah, and watching the doves cry into the sunrise. Yeah, that was really really nice. I really liked the way that kind of felt more breathtaking and ominous. And then when she says, "Tell me something beautiful, yes, about this world, and yes, I'm in your palm. I'm like a pearl. Tell me something I can hold on to. You're who I belong to. I drown in devotion, as deep as the ocean." Yeah, it's very more forthtelling, and very more speaking in third person, and I really do appreciate and like that about the record. Getting into the world, this is another song, was also produced by Sean Everett and Michael Pollock. Um, where she goes into this first verse where she says, Today you woke up and you told me you wanted to cry. The sky is falling like a comet on the 4th of July. And baby, you've been thinking about the future and it's like it's already yours. Hold me if tomorrow and it wasn't coming for sure. And then in the second verse where he says, Let's spend your dollars you've been saving from on a Mercedes Benz and throw a party like McCartney with some help from my friends. And let's get down into Malibu and go watch the sun fade once. Show me how you hold on till tomorrow was coming for sure. And chorus which it goes, let's pretend it's not the end of the world. Let's pretend it's not the end of the world. I really like this song. I really like the End of the World record because number one, she's kind of foretelling like, let's not make this just a thing where just it's like a flame. I guess it's more of like a feeling of like, if she really is fully committed in more of a relationship aspect, fully committed, she doesn't want to look at it like, she want to look at every day with this significant other, with this man, like it's her last, let's not pretend like it's just anything as far as the end of the world, like the fourth of coming days. It's just it's just pushing it forward as far as like, let's keep the relationship going and let's continue to move forward and let's continue to go down the right path per se in that perspective. So that's what I like about the record. Now Mark, now let's get to the song Easy Lover. Well, I kind of like it. Well, more like in the second verse where she said, "You're a wildfire. I'm in your path. I've decided I want to keep me dancing in the ashes, and I saw a call out, let it burn." And then I like the chorus where she said, "You got the love I always need. Tie me to horses, and I still wouldn't leave you, but you're not an easy lover." And then the post chorus where it goes, "No, I just can't give you up. No, I just can't give you up. No, I just can't give you up. No, I just give you up, but you're not an easy lover." All right. And then I really dug the song Walk of Fame. This is this is featuring Brittany Howard, produced by Sean Everett and more. Sean Everett and Michael Pollack were pretty much behind a good chunk of the production of this album, and it really kind of gives Miley singing ability and vocals and arranging her voice very more powerful, very more outspoken, and very much her voice is very center and front center to the forefront, and it really is, you can really hear that, and it matches everything. It matches the tone, it matches her range, and it matches the points of the lyrics. And I like in the first verse where she goes, "Every day, every night is all the same. Hungry crowds are calling out my name. You beg me to stay, but I walk away. Every time I walk. It's a walk of fame." And walk away. And then her and Brittany Howard back and forth refrain when she says, "Desperation, every time I walk. It's a walk of fame. Fascination, yeah, the cars are bright and lighting up my face. Every day and every night like it's all a shame. And I walk up concrete like it's a stage. And oh yeah, it's a walk of fame. Through the tears, I can see it so clear. Walk away, walk away. Every time I walk, it's a walk of fame. Oh yeah, it's a walk of fame. And through the mirror, I can hear. And through the mirror, I can see so clear. Walk away, walk away." And then in verse 2, I like where she goes, "Every night they're looking for a place to hide. And could you be that somewhere it's all right? Yeah, I could grab my coat and head towards the train. And every time I walk, it's a walk of fame." Yeah, I pretty much interpret from not only the chorus and not only the verses, it's more just her expressing how, every time she walks her way into just feeling like she's committed to herself, and also committed to love, and committed to more lust, and committed to more just herself, and feeling like it more in life. It's like a walk of fame to her. It's like, she's walking with more positive energy than she could ever feel, and that's what I covered from the record. So I dug that. And the last song I wanted to talk about is the song Reborn. That's the song I wanted to talk about the most, because that is my favorite song on this whole entire record. And the reason why is because it pretty much is pretty much about her. It's pretty much about where she is mentally, where she is in general, like just her mental state capacity. And I really dug that about this. I really dug that about her. Let's see about that, where she says in verse 1, "We're so beautiful, our souls go back and forth, lightning strikes again. It's if I break away any bodies between us, would you promise that I'm enough and I give you all my love?" And she says, "If heavens exist, I've been there before. Kill my ego. Let's be reborn. If heaven exists, I've been there before. Kill my ego. Let's be reborn." And then it says, "Let's be reborn. Give me all your love. Give me all your love. Let's be reborn. Give me all your love." And in verse 2, "We're so powerful, letting go to nature and taking all control. Lightning strikes again. We're escalating and all I know it is." And what I love about this record, pretty much, she's overall going into the perspective of like just letting nature take its course, with her, and her committed with whoever the guy is interpreting. That's how I'm looking at it. Whoever the guy is, or whoever she is, as far as her own, her own perspective. She's wanted to just willing to let nature take its course, let everything take control. You can only control yourself. You can't control whatever is around you in that sense. And reborn, it's like she's really pushing herself and really push herself out there into the world, but then at the same time soaking everything in and not letting everything, nature taking its course to control, and the environment controlling them, but letting themselves be involved in nature, being involved in that environment, and not be surrounded by BS and toxicity. So that's what I took from that record, and I really dug that. So yeah, overall, my thoughts about Something Beautiful is, one, I appreciate the storytelling, the messaging that Miley was delivering, and she was capable of pushing forward with this record. Gave me something that was like I could take for face value. She's improved a lot as far as her vocals, her range of octaves, and her storytelling. As far as committed to herself, committed towards a significant relationship, and then also finding her own self, and not and getting out of all the lifestyle that she done in the past, and really pushing herself into more of a outer off kilter and outer direction, but finding her own calling, and really finding her own calling, and finding her own passion. Let's just leave it like that. So I enjoyed this record. I enjoyed the production from Sean Everett and Michael Pollack. I enjoyed the overall, the lyrics. I enjoyed the singing. I thought the vocals and the melodies, refrain and the choruses that she done throughout the record was really good, from Something Beautiful, Into the World, Walk of Fame, Easy Lover, and Reborn. I thought those are my favorite songs on the record. I really enjoyed that. So yeah, really solid album. I give it 3 out of 4 stars. Highly recommend it. It's sad that the Grammys did not get this more love, and it's sad that the Golden Globes, I don't know if they gave this a lot of love or anything. I don't know, probably not, or anything like that. So, and even the AMAs, I don't know if the AMAs, American Music Awards, gave this love, but it should have got love where it should have got the positive reception that it get, and it really should have got promoted to really get the kind of reception it should have gotten. So that's just my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think. I'm out. Peace.